Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. So finally top 16. First match we have two decks from a very similar age, at least from the same year, right? So 2016, and they both feel like they have their own ridiculous shenanigans, right? With Dark Destroyer, stuff like that, Cosmos, big ships. This is a deck list, as you know, not being able to be targeted, for example, with power crept. A lot of cards, you know, especially back then, back in 2016. One of the powerhouses being Fire King Island being used back then, you know, super meta, or at least this particular, you know, this year, 2024. But 8 years ago, it was already used because of the pop effect, right? Searching the level 3 one for potential rank 3 XC. So next one we have Metalfoes, Billy Breaks list, right? We it's Pendulum's Master Rule 3, it's ridiculous. Having access to Bumbuku, the one-off Unicorn, which is super easy to get on field. Let's not forget stuff like Eccentric Archfiend can potentially, you know, get rid of the back row. So I have no clue. I could definitely agree with the people that Metalfoes in theory should have a small advantage. But if you take a look at, you know, Kozmo not being able to be targeted, at least the big ships like Dark Destroyer, and the side deck is there as well, you know, anti-spell, so that's fantastic, right, in favor of Kozmo. So I felt it would have been like 50-50. Kozmo breaks. You know how it goes with Kozmo, at least that's my experience with Kozmo. Especially, you know, very similar to Monarchs, either, you know, opening like the smaller pilots or the bigger ships. So there's no need to fear a Solemn Strike or Solemn Judgment or whatever, so we can go for a full Pendulum Summon, you know, at least Master Rule 3 Pendulum Summon, pre-Master Rule 4. We can abuse the extra deck that way, so this is much better. And in hindsight, I probably should have sided out the Nexies, and I think there's only two. I side-decked in a lot of hate, you know, for anti-spell, the Typhoons. What was there? I was about to say Eccentric Archfiend, but it's not going to work. What else? There is more. Twin Twisters? I think so. Or Twister? Twin Twisters? Yeah, it should be Twin Twisters. Anyway, so again, Typhoons, just regular mystical space Typhoons. So anyway, I think there was a miscalculation here. They searched, was it Slip Rider? I think so, right? Yeah, because now you have Sword Troopers, you know, getting in for 1k, Dark Destroyer for 3k, I think. And now if you would... oh, no, it's not this strong. Okay, so I still survive. It's because of the anti-spell, right? I overlooked... it has been a long day. So because of anti-spell, I know how it's basically. Well, I drew Typhoon, but, you know, I can't activate it. Anyway, so going first this time again, and that's, you know, where this deck definitely shines, potentially setting up like, what is the Alka has during their turn for interruption, potentially, spell and traps, even though the spell and traps for this deck aren't that strong or super impactful. But again, just grinding through your resources and, you know, fully relying on the Master Rule 4, or at least Master Rule 3 Pendulum again. So go for Mithrilium. It basically resets itself. I mean, set it up in the graveyard. Potentially special summon something from your extra deck, for example. Or graveyard? Or is it deck? Should be checked. Anyway. So anti-spell should phase up, and that's fine. Because again, we have a Mithrilium bounce. We can go for a rank 3 Exceed, being the Grand Pulse, which is basically a breaker detached to pop 1. And we already had Typhoon, so we can, you know, Typhoon the anti-spell. We still had our scales, yeah, so the anti-spell didn't really do that much, right? I mean, okay, getting rid of the anti-spell, it gives me more than enough monsters on field to potentially go for game, right? Because of the, what is it, the combination and Oriohawk play, so we can reborn Mithrilium from graveyard. Potentially, you know, okay, get more draws off of Metalfoes Fusion, but here in this case it wasn't that important. But the fact that Mithrilium had that built-in Pot of Evers effect was so strong. Okay, going second, and this hand is much better for Kozmo, and my hand, drawing Clifford Scout is fine. It's a free Monolith Search plus potential rank 5 Exceed play, you know, looking at Infinity. And here, let me see, that's okay-ish, I guess. Okay, they already opened Strawman. The thing is that, okay, they got rid of their own Kozmo, their own Fire King Island with Slip Rider, but they make a mistake. They should have kept probably one Slip Rider left, I think. So the Flippo, I mean, this is my savior, right? If it wasn't for Typhoon, this probably would have been game. But the Typhoon, I mean, they had Typhoon, this Cosplay Typhoon, and so there are outs. And here is where, indeed, another Slip Rider could have, yeah, I mean, it could have been a bit different. at least a bit differently. They thought there was another Slip Rider. You know, Slip Rider eventually special summoned off of the destroyed Dark Destroyer to pop my Clifford Scout, so I would not have been able to search Monolith. That prevents, you know, eventually Infinity from hitting the field. I guess you could have waited as well to potentially, you know, wait it out for a big Pendulum summon, and then just in case, if I go for Nova, you could go for Dark Destroyer, probably, right? To pop Nova, because there is no risk of Nova special summoning something from the extra deck, unless I'm missing something. I don't think so. So you could act accordingly. But now it's just child's play. You know, Infinity with at least that one interruption is superb. It does so much. And I believe the Dark Witch level 4 is side-decked by the decklist. This is Alberto Conti's list, right? Winner of YCS Riddim. So yeah, that Dark Destroyer play, that definitely was a misplay. The game would have been a bit differently. But I'm not so sure if it mattered. It might have been... The game would have been more of a grindy-ish duel, right? Probably attacking over a bigger Dark Destroyer. There are ways. But, yeah, with one Dark Destroyer in hand, probably set hand trap. The chicken, right? Yeah. So, a bit unfortunate game number 4. Mistakes happen, misplays happen, but it is what it is. So here in this case, I mean, imagine Kozmo taking this one. Okay, Metalfoes could still brick, but it's a strong deck, super strong deck, especially going first. So it is what it is. Okay. Next matchup, we have, Swordsoul versus Flamebirch dot deck, so Snake Eyes, full power. Let me know potential predictions. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Riddim signing out. Peace.